So, today's topic of what was on my brain first thing in the morning was power of silence. If you ever, as a woman, or just in general, have ever been told, shut up, no one wants to hear you talk, no one asked for your opinion, or the ones that I got, girls look prettier when they're quieter. If we ask you for your opinion, then you can talk. Nobody's asking you for your opinion. Don't talk. You should talk less. You talk too much. Any of those along the lines where you've been told you talk too much or you should talk less, this video is for you. Take it from the girl who loves to talk. And I learned the power of silence. Okay, there's a power in being silent. As much as I used to be like, man, I hate being the bigger person every freaking time someone does me wrong. Or every single time I gotta be the bigger fucking person. Like, it irritated me. But then I started diving deep down into why does that irritate me? Why does it bother me to be silent? And I realized it all stems from childhood and my teenage years when I heard all those phrases because no one wanted to listen to me. No one wanted to hear me out. So to me, it's like, oh, I get to talk to somebody. I just go, that past comes out. And what I'm working on is being less and like keeping to myself and preserving my energy. Because when I do talk, I also either annoy a person probably. Sometimes I know I do. You gotta know yourself, all right? On top of that, probably tell them too much information sometimes. And I just spit shit out that probably shouldn't have been spit out. And on top of that, that makes me blunt as well, too. Because I'll just say whatever the fuck is on my brain. I'll be like, but sometimes I don't always say what's on my brain. Also because I also understand some things can hurt some people. Because it's not what you say, it's how you say it, right? And I know I have hurt people in the past and probably in the present too, without realizing it, right? And back to the topic of power of silence, the reason I say being silent is actually really a lot of power is because God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth. He gave you 2 ears to listen with and 1 mouth. And I used to always hear that and I never understood it. Like, I'm like, okay, so basically, the reason why God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth is because he wants you to listen more and talk less. So that way you can listen to your body's intuition. Okay? Women aren't the only one that have intuition. Men do too. We all have it. Women's intuition is a lot stronger, but it's not the only one. Men have it too. So when we're silent and we retract and we listen and we see, we're able to determine, basically discernment, people better from people that should be in our lives, from people that should not be in our lives, and just to everything in life in general. Like, the older I get, by the way, I'm 30, don't look like it, the older I get, the more I appreciate silence. Yeah, of course, when I'm around the people that I love and that like to hear me talk and like to have conversation with me, I like to talk. That part of me is never going to go away. But what it's teaching me is boundaries, especially. That being silent has boundaries. Like, someone could be yelling at me and I'll just stand there and look at them like, okay. All right. Like, because what I realize is that person yelling has their own internal issues that they gotta deal with. But I'm also human. So I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, I'm always silent and I'm always like, no. I have my reactions too. I'm freaking human. But I'm learning there's more power in silence. So that's pretty much it.